This is gonna be a good league. No copium. Do you guys? Who believes? Wait, who is positive about this league right now? Let's do a before and after poll. So this is a before announcement. Do you have positive feelings towards the league? This new league? Neutral feelings towards the current league that we're about to, or are you going in negative? And then we'll do the same poll again after we watch the announcement and see what chat thinks. Oh wow! So GGG are looking pretty good then. Look at that distribution actually. Look at that distribution. Well, that's actually kind of cool. What the fuck? Shh. Shh. Shh.
Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Grinding Gear Games. Welcome to the Work From Home edition of our Path of Exile announcement livestream. Thanks for joining us as we discuss all the details of the upcoming Path of Exile Scourge expansion. We'll head into a live Q&A stream where I chat with community streamer Ziggy D. Oh, and after the Q&A, we'll post the entire expansion's patch notes.
What the fuck?
I'm proud to present the official trailer for Path of Exile Scourge.
What the fuck? Oh my god, today's gonna be a long stream, boys. Holy shit, today's gonna be a long stream. Oh my god, the patch notes are coming. This is too much. It's too much. Okay.
The day the demons found our world, the innocent were first to die.
Chills. I just got the chills. Oh shit. Titties. Whoa. Oh, the chills so hard right now. What is that timer at the top right? What is that thing?
They approach your world, your Raycross.
Oh, tornado!
Take the fight to them. Embrace the power of chaos.
I can't pause. Plus one's like the cold jam.
Become more than mortal.
Oh, another skill tree! No shot, bro!
The nightmare.
But you can spec it? Uber in-game content. Passive rework. Passive masteries. Oh! What was that? Wait, what the fuck is that? Is that Searing Bond Totem?
Ravenous.
Group?
They are endless. They are the Scourge.
Oh shit. Oh shit. One in chat if you got the chills just now. One in chat if you got the chills.
The Path of Exile Scourge expansion contains a lot of new content and features that we'll reveal to you today. Let's start with its namesake, the Scourge Challenge League. Upon leaving Lion Eye's watch, you're startled by a figure appearing out of nowhere, trying to escape from something you can't see. She hands you a rusty-looking device called the Blood Crucible and urges you to implant it into your body. As you play through each area in the Scourge Challenge League, the Blood Crucible fills with the blood spilled by monsters you have slain. Once it reaches a certain threshold, you're able to activate the device. This will instantly thrust you into a parallel reality, an alternate Rayclast where some form of apocalyptic event is occurring.
What are those mechanics?
This Rayclast is overrun by demons known as the Scourge. They're powerful, dangerous, and come in many forms. So why enter an alternate reality to fight a horde of ravenous demons?
Yeah.
The answer to that question is exactly what you expect from Path of Exile. You're not there to save the world, you're there to find cool items.
Power creep.
You can put an item inside the Blood Crucible. While you are killing the Scourge, it absorbs corruption from the alternate Rayclast and focuses it onto the item. After enough kills, your item is ready to transform. When it does, it becomes corrupted and gains a pair of Scourged modifiers. One of these is a beneficial mod and one is a detrimental mod. These Scourged mods are in addition to the regular explicit and implicit mods or enchantments on the item. There are many powerful beneficial mods available that can really improve your item. The detrimental mods can significantly raise the requirements of the item,
Consecrated
your
down
character's
on win
stats
hit.
such as resistances, or outright turn off various mechanics like the ability to deal fire damage or gain charges.
That could be good and good. Triple damage.
The Blood Crucible works on already corrupted items, so it's possible to add Scourged mods to items that you thought couldn't be improved any further.
What?
Talking about corrupted items, you're going to need a way to modify their sockets.
Oh my god, I called that one on the right.
While in the alternate ray class, you can find tainted chromatic orbs, tainted jeweler's orbs, and tainted orbs of fusing, which work exactly the same as their regular counterparts but can only be used on corrupted items. As you slay the Scourge and other monsters while shifted, the Blood Crucible gains experience and can level up. You can allocate its skill points in its own passive skill screen, which allows it to specialize in many aspects such as unlocking additional item slots, faster item transformation, better transformation outcomes, the ability to transform unique items, and so on. It's possible to eventually allocate every single one of the Blood Crucible skills, but it requires a lot of demon slaying.
Non-choice.
Path of Exile Scourge introduces 6 new unique items, of which 3 have been added to the core drop pool and 3 can be found in specific aspirational content that we'll reveal later in the livestream. Ulnatol's Vow is an amulet that effectively enables you to turn any 6-linked body armor into a 7-link. Support gems you socket into this amulet apply to skills in your body armor. While specific mods on items have allowed players to create 7-link skills in the past, this amulet lets you choose whatever support gem you want, including corrupted or awakened ones. It's only possible to find this unique item in specific content that we'll reveal later in the livestream. In the meantime though, our October Scourge expansion introduces a bunch of changes that speed up how quickly you can set up and progress through your atlas. We're also introducing more types of ultra-challenging endgame content for top players who want to put their best characters to the test.
He's talking about me.
Because the number of regions has been halved, so have the number of atlas passive trees. There are now 4 plus the Uncharted Realms. We've made each tree slightly larger and removed some less frequently used or duplicated skills. You'll still be awarded the same number of Atlas passive skill points as before. With these changes, each map you play constitutes far more progress than it previously did.
That seems OP.
About half as much work is now required to reach Path of Exile's ultimate endgame.
Because it makes the good passive regions twice as big.
We've made some other changes to streamline the endgame.
Think about
also. For example, now when you unveil a modifier, all tiers of that modifier are immediately unlocked at the crafting bench. This applies to every veiled modifier, including the very rare ones.
We heard about this one, this is a good change.
Many of Path of Exile's past leagues have an endgame component that is designed to challenge the best players with the best builds.
Yeah.
Over time, more and more of Path of Exile's experienced players have managed to defeat the game's hardest content. Our most difficult endgame content doesn't pose as much of a challenge as it once did.
It's true.
In the Scourge expansion, we have added a set of new aspirational content, uber versions of Breach, Blight, Legion, an extension to Delirium's Simulacrum, and a revamp of Delve. Path of Exile Scourge introduces a new tier, Flawless Breachstones. These can't be obtained via blessings, but are instead found in the Maven encounters where you fight the Breachlords in their most challenging forms. These Flawless Breachstones require a substantially more powerful character to complete, but have rewards appropriate for their difficulty.
Oh! I like that!
Existing Breachstones now have 2 random modifiers, from a pool that doesn't include build disabling ones, such as not being able to leech. And the new Flawless Breachstones have 4 of these modifiers, which represents a significant jump in difficulty. They can drop special versions of the Grasping Male body armor, which has a specific fractured modifier themed around the Breachlord of that domain. The Ulnatol's Vow unique amulet we revealed earlier can only be obtained through Flawless Breachstones.
That one's gonna be nuts.
All Breachstones have been modified so that the items you earn from monsters are now dropped in the spiral at your feet when you complete or fail the event. In addition, rare monsters and Breach domains drop an additional random reward type, such as Scarabs, Maps, or Divination cards, with Flawless Breachstones adding 2 additional reward types. All Breachstones are far more rewarding than before. We've made quite a few changes to Delve in the Scourge expansion. The first change is that we have completely rebalanced the entire thing so it's just more rewarding and more challenging at earlier depths. In general, monsters scale to have more life but less damage than before. We've improved monster skills and bio modifiers to make deeper depths more challenging to go with their better rewards. We've also improved the Delve catch-up mechanic. Previously, if you entered Delve for the first time at level 90, you'd be taken to a depth that is the equivalent of Tier 1 maps.
It's cringe.
Now we'll be taken to the equivalent of Tier 13 maps. This means that if you want, you can essentially ignore Delve until the late game, rather than having to play as you go.
That's fucking good.
We've increased the base sulfite cap from 600 to 1200. Underground cities are now more common, and you'll encounter bosses more often, including all.
Holy shit.
You can rarely find fractured items with Delve modifiers on them. All resonators dropped are now chaotic resonators, with alchemical resonators not dropping anymore. We've also improved the least powerful fossils.
Oh! That's
It has
good.
been a long time since we've done a big rework of Path of Exile's iconic passive skill tree. While planning this rework, we examined every aspect of the passive skill tree. We reviewed and improved each of the tree's class start areas, we added new clusters of skills, improved existing ones, and concentrated power more directly on each skill's primary function. The process of doing this identified that many passive skills had niche stats that didn't matter to most characters or distracted away from the purpose of what the skill was trying to do. When we took niche stats away from a skill, we buffed the primary function of the skill so that it was more concentrated on one purpose. Players who wanted to get several specific niche stats often had little flexibility with the rest of their tree because they had to plan around getting to the specific clusters that had those niche stats in them. We decided we wanted to solve both problems at once here, to move niche stats off the main tree, but also to provide a way to get them, preferably from many different locations all over the passive skill tree. And that's how we came up with a passive masteries system. Outside of the class start locations, all passive skill clusters that have a notable passive in them now contain a passive mastery. When you allocate the first notable passive in each cluster, a mastery becomes available to allocate in that cluster. When you spend a passive skill point on the mastery, you can choose a specific stat to gain. This list is shared with all the clusters on the tree that have the same theme, so you can travel to any of them to get the stat you want.
Oh, what the fuck?
As you allocate a mastery stat, is crossed off the list for that theme. We've also rebalanced a few keystone passives, changed the locations of some, and added 6 new keystones to the tree.
Okay, I can't read it fast enough. I want to pause. I can't pause. Let's go. It's like every keynode is the same.
Path of Scourge introduces a whole variety of new skill gems with many different purposes. 2 of them are new concepts unlike anything we have done before.
Oh my god.
These ones are designed to immediately create entirely new builds that have a lot of potential. There's also a utility skill that will help characters stay alive, a variation on an existing skill gem, and 6 new gems designed for party play.
Not cheat death.
Let's go through the new skills.
Not cheat death.
Energy Blade is a new skill that transforms your melee weapons into, well, energy blades. A large portion of your energy shield is converted into the lightning damage that these blades deal. This opens up an entirely new melee energy shield archetype, where you want to stack as much energy shield as possible to get the most powerful blades you can.
What the fuck?
Conveniently, the defenses rework in this expansion is very compatible with this plan.
Okay. Ah, that's because those are
Tornado is another new skill. As the name suggests, it creates a tornado that relentlessly moves towards enemies and pulses with damage. While the tornado is forming, you have a couple of seconds where it will absorb damage from projectiles you hit it with. Fire as many projectiles as you can into it during that period, and it'll power up, greatly increasing its damage output.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's quite rare for us to introduce skills that only work for party play, but in the Scourge expansion, we've created a set of 6 that function in similar ways but do different things. These link skills create a bond between you and a specific party member, providing a big benefit to them while they stay within range, but with the very important drawback that if they die, so do you.
Why are they buffing group Andy?
Intuitive Link is socketed alongside a spell on your character, and that spell is triggered from your target's location when they hit an enemy. This could be useful, for example, if you have a party member who's cycloning through enemies, and you can trigger your spells from within those packs of enemies without having to get close yourself.
Cock, dude.
We wanted to pair functional with fun, so we've introduced guild hideouts. Guild leaders can select any in-game or microtransaction hideout that they have unlocked and create a guild hideout based on that template.
Can I?
These hideouts are a great place to hold guild meetings or to just have as a space for members to meet up between maps. If you're hanging out in your guild's hideout, you can use its map device as though it was your own.
Wait, how did you...
We understand that not everyone is in a guild, so there's one hideout-related feature that we wanted to mention. We have entirely removed the favor system from Path of Exile. From this expansion onwards, all hideout decorations that could previously be obtained with favor are now available to all players in unlimited quantity, both personal and guild hideouts. As we move new leagues to core, we will replace outdated obsolete content. In this case, Expedition replaces Perandus. Details are in the patch notes.
Fuck Perandus. Fuck cardio. Fuck him, dude. That guy's annoying as fuck. I hate him.
In addition, we've had a look at instances where item drops happen simultaneously, and we've made it so that items that can drop in stacks will automatically do so. This includes at the end of delves, incursions, rituals, blight encounters, breach stones, and the simulacrum. We have also applied this approach to many chests and areas like splinter drops throughout Path of Exile. It's now time for the Q&A. If you have any questions about what we've shown you today, please get them ready because I'm about to be joined by Ziggy D as we answer your questions from Twitch chat, and after that, we'll be posting the full Path of Exile Scourge patch notes.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. The full patch notes. This is too much information! Well, the amount of overload, dude! Oh my god!
This is an experiment, though. It's taken a lot of work from a lot of people to get the patch notes ready for today, so I can't promise it all the time in the future, but hopefully it's something we can do.
Do you think it'll give Path of Building a chance to update a little earlier as well?
Yeah.
You guys have
Everyone's wanting that right now. Yeah.
I want it right now, dude.
Perfect.
Fuck me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need the extra time with the new mastery system and all of that. Seems like some pretty major changes there, but we'll get into that in a second. Let's start off with Scourge. So in the intro to Scourge, one part really stood out to me. You said that a stranger asks you to implant this rusty device into your body, and then the character just does it without question. So my question is, what's wrong with our characters?
I mean,
so do the Scourge monsters drop normal loot or other unique loot as well? It's not clear in the video because I assume you guys have loot labels turned off like usual.
So yeah, we do try to hide item drops during videos because it clutters it quite a lot when we're doing promotional stuff. But the Scourge monsters drop normal items from the regular drop pool. They'll occasionally drop pre-Scourged items, though I have to emphasize that's quite a rare drop to find. That's items that, have been, as though you put them in the Blood Crucible for a whole cycle. That will happen occasionally. And they also drop the Tainted Currency, so the new currency items that will let you modify sockets on items. And of course, there are bosses in Scourge. We didn't cover them at all in the live stream because we'd rather just leave that up to be a surprise. But, there's special drops for bosses, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Spoilers.
Why would you not show us the bosses?
The item dropping.
But yes, all of them may drop as well.
No, to buff the Astri
Not
Axe.
to critique the unique designers, but why is the Ornithol amulet purple? That was really confusing because when I was making my video, I was like, wait, I thought that was a Chiula unique because it was purple.
That's a great question, and this will come up in someone's performance review. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, what have I done?
You got someone fine, Siggy.
Oops. There's been a couple of other Scourge questions, just to rewind a little bit, from chat that I thought were pretty good. Can you Scourge other item bases like jewels and flasks and weird stuff like that? Or is it just kind of basic?
No shot flasks.
I believe it's equipable equipment, not flasks, and the QA team scrambles to make sure it's not jewels and flasks.
Not jewels and flasks, got it.
Yeah, and the second version of their character might be more powerful.
It looks and feels, just from seeing it, really different though. Like, not like you said in terms of layout, but this seems like a pretty big fundamental change.
What the fuck?
We got a lot of questions from chat.
It's so good for early game, dude, and for SSF.
Curious about it. How will Timeless Jewels affect passive tree masteries? So do Timeless Jewels affect masteries at all?
Oh.
They do not.
No shot.
Yeah, my teams say that Timeless Jewels do not affect passive masteries. Just the notable.
Okay.
The team are wanting me to spoil that we're intending to bring Ultimatum back to core in 3.17, but I don't know if I want to spoil that. Maybe leave that one as a surprise.
I mean, yeah, don't spoil that.
Don't spoil it.
Don't mention it.
Oh, shit.
Best not to mention it.
Fun.
Thank you very much.
He's gonna be sleeping.
Chris.
Right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And everyone have a great time in Scourge. It's going to be a good one.
See you all later.
Thanks.
Very poggies, my doggies. After announcement poll. Oh, the after announcement poll. You're right. I said I was going to do that. Okay. Now, what's your feeling of the PoE Scourge announcement? Positive, neutral, or negative? Okay. Go ahead and vote. It was a pretty easy to do. Before it was 75% positive, 30% neutral, 15% negative. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Yo, that was a good announcement. I mean, there was no doubt it was a good announcement. I mean, they didn't announce any nerfs, right? they didn't announce any nerfs. That's probably what it is, right?
Because he is God game.